I'm gonna be doing Hunter x Hunter chapter 344 to I don't know, probably 347, but I could potentially go longer depending on how how things go and all that stuff, and how much I feel like I need to really do and all that. Um, Previous chapters, well, we had a lot of very important stuff that's going into the voyage to the Dark Continent. We get introduced to Beyond Netero. He voluntarily goes to the Hunters Association and lets himself be captured. We basically see like what all the other people they want to stop the Kakin Empire because the Kakin Empire hired Beyond Netero, who's Netero's son, who was the former chairman of the Hunters Association, to go on the voyage to the Dark Continent. And Netero said that like he was only gonna let him go. He can only go to the Dark Continent after he's gone, or whatever. And like the other I guess the other countries they don't want to let Kakin like have a successful voyage without like their approval. So like they're trying to like integrate them and try to like control them by like having like their leader be like made into like a great figure, so they can justify splitting up the resources that they gain from their voyage. And we see that like Jing and Pariston, they're both like trying. Jing and Pariston are also like going on voyage. Um, Jing is going as like an adventurer because like Beyond is hiring anybody who wants to go with him, and anybody wants to go with him, and uh, they'll be taking Jing and Pariston, and they were having conversation with each other and all that. And then we get Leorio and Kurapika, where Kurapika is still looking for his family's eyes. He's Mizaistum, one of the Zodiacs, is trying to fulfill the role is trying to. I don't know if he's trying to gather. I forgot what he's trying to do. I forgot if he's trying to gather more support for the voyage to the Dark Continent, or if he's just trying to fill up the Zodiac spots because Jing and Pariston are gone. It's one of those two. I forgot which one it was. But anyways, they called up Leorio and they got him to agree to go. I'm surprised he actually accepted that. I'm actually very surprised he accepted that. I have no idea why he accepted it. So that was a terrible decision. Kurapika, Kurapika is just trying to find his family's eyes. So it took a little bit of convincing, but they convinced him, and we find out the person who has the eyes is the fourth prince of the Kakin Empire, Saradanich Huegoro. Saradanich. Oh man, this is big. Oh man, this is legendary. Oh man, oh man. All right, a daughter of the mafia. We have the eyes of Kurapika's family members stuffed in glasses with flowers. Like, this guy's crazy. Artist, politician, the founder of a religion, tycoons, board members of multiple corporations, swindler, priest, investor, doctor, musician, lawyer, teacher. A king's son, and a king's son. I threatened, coaxed, paid people off. I lost something every time I got back a part of my brethren. But this will end soon. This is the last monster with the last of the eyes among them. Wow. Wow. I didn't actually know this. So like this boosts this arc up because this is very important. Like, this is the last person Kurapika has to go after before he has everything that he wants. He has all the eyes. He might not have like all the people that like he wants to get that cause like the massacre of his clan. But he has all the eyes, so like this is very important. If he succeeds in this arc, like he accomplishes most of his goal in getting back his family's eyes. I threatened, coaxed, paid people off. I lost something every time I got back a part of my brethren. I lost something. But this will soon end. This is the last monster with the last of the eyes among them. Pyro, my journey may finally begin. But where would I go? There is no home for me to return to, and nobody to welcome me back. I have nothing left. Wow. Number two, huh? That depends. Pariston brings order and a plan. What would you bring us? If you only bring pointless chaos, I must remove you. Ready for combat. I'll pay twice what Beyond offered up front. Everything else can stay the same. That's a lot of bread. I don't quite get what you're saying. Hmm? Weren't you hired by this guy or Beyond? I'm saying I'll pay twice that for each of you. I won't do anything else. I don't have any other conditions for the transfer. I mean, I'll answer questions when asked or give advice, but if you want to keep doing what Parison tells you, that's fine. But I'm number two, that's non negotiable. What's the point then? Wait, I don't care. So you'll pay double up front. Are you serious? Yeah, that's fucking funny. Red Sogashi's fucking funny for that. He said, "Are you serious?" That's a lot of bread. Of course. Tell me your account number and I'll make a deposit right now. And you really don't have any other conditions. I said I don't. Trust me, will you? Is he trying to remove those who are less motivated? What if we don't all agree? That's the very chaos we want to avoid. Well, it can't be helped, sorry. It's a long trip. I'll wait. Wait, yeah. Making you decide right now would be a condition too. If you can accept the money when you're satisfied with me being number two. What are you thinking? Hey, I'm fine with you being number two. This is my account and the amount Beyond offered. Okay. Sent. Can you verify? Well, excuse me a minute. Huh? Be right back. He ain't coming back. Anyone else good with the deal? Yeah, I don't mind one way or the other. As you wish. I won't listen to anything you say. You're nothing like the Emperor's new clothes. That's fine. Tell me your account number and amount. I don't want your money. No, you have to take it. I said I don't want it. Then you haven't accepted me. You can donate it or give it all away, or give it away for all I care. Well, let me know when you feel up to it. Pariston, you don't object? Not at all. In fact, it would be great if you were number two. I'll ask for your account anyway, but if my math is correct, 2 times 0 is still 0. You're right. How's he been chairman? How's he been vice chairman and he has zero money? What does this guy spend his money on? Yeah, that's my dog though. That's my dog. Kurapika, is that you? How many times do you think I've called? Tell me your email. No, I'm heading over now. So you're joining the Zodiacs? Yes. Email. No. Mizaisum told me about Gon. Is there anything I can do? He's fine now. Just get over here and help me. I don't know anyone. It's awkward. All right. As if you're the bashful type. Leorio seems to think very highly of you. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure how my ability would be useful in this endeavor, but thank you for letting me know about this place, about the prince. I'll help as much as I can, but I know. You can prioritize your business on board. But we need you to be very discreet. This is a very delicate matter, it being a historical event and all, not to mention the king's son. There are some dark shadows around him. I'm sure it's pointless to tell you not to get too involved, but try to find an amicable solution. No need to worry. I'm better at handling monsters in human skin than at battling the unknown. Huh? I can't make any aura. Yeah, so Gon lost his ability to use Nen. That sucks. That sucks. The V5 went to the continent through various routes and brought back threats. Or the guide made them take them back as a lesson. Zobai the immortal disease, Bryon the botanical weapon, AI the gaseous life form, Hellbell the twin-tailed snake, and Pop the beast that keeps people as pets at level A or B. All five are more dangerous than the Chimera ants. No good way to deal with them. Best we can do is lock them up and stay away. Of the five threats, there have been victims of I and Pap on this side already. We're lucky humanity hasn't been wiped out yet. The botanical weapon. Give me a sec. Probably gonna cut this out, but I need to make sure that I remember what these weapons do. Okay, I remember. I just did like a quick summary of what those what these five threats do. Uh, They're all stored in the International Environmental Agency's basement, off record. Beyond wants to take an unexplored route, so it's possible we'll end up with a sixth. Any other questions? So there's a reward that makes this worth it. The literature only lists the risk. Are there any specific beneficial discoveries? Unmanned rock, an ore that generates electricity when placed underwater. One small bead can generate 20,000 kilowatts a day. It's found in a steep mountain range along the northeast shore of Lake Mobius. But that's inside Pop's territory. Bergeros Union sent a research group of 1,000 people to secure routes, and only 7 people came back. Directly north of our world, there's a forest on the continent. The ruins of an ancient labyrinth city lie 400 kilometers in, wherein grows a herb that can cure all kinds of diseases. But the botanical weapon that protects this empty city decimated the special forces from the United States of Sarita. Only 2 returned alive. The Federation of Ochema went southeast of Lake Mobius looking for nitro rice, the ultimate secret to longevity. But 99% of them fell prey to Hellbell before they even got to the swamps, where it grows. 11 returned alive. Mimbo Republic got the Hunters Association help to collect the Trinity elixir that serves as the mother solution for all sorts of liquids. Only 3 returned empty-handed. There seemed to have been some sort of quarrel over I, but they had all gone mad. Okay, so this is like listing out all their feats and like, not gonna lie, looks like these guys are all pretty much dead to me. And the Hunters Association, Beyond's dad Netero secretly went with his friends, but the trip was undocumented. As Netero said, this place is too big. Wow. Got a butterfly with an elephant in it. You have like a Venus flytrap eating some form of dinosaur. Got some other form of lizard and wow. You have a walrus eating some other dinosaur. It's off the charts. Isaac Netero, Zig Zoldyck, Lynette Autobo. Beyond accompanied Kukan Yu's Kingdom's team and succeeded in bringing back the Alchemy Plant Battalion. But by going off route, they caught the worst disease. Only 6 returned, including the hunter afflicted with the Zobai. The plant died. Netero was troubled that the story of his travels, which was supposed to serve as a warning, had instead inspired others, leading to more casualties. It was Beyond's trip that drove Netero to convince the V5 to make travel to the Dark Continent taboo for the Association. Did Beyond tell you it's super high risk, high return? Do you still want to go? I do. You came back. I said I would. We thought you left with the cash. I spent it already. To save the hospital my sister's at. I could be reborn twice, sell all 300 licenses, and still not pay off its debt. Thanks to you, the insurance payment payout upon my death will take care of it for her lifetime. For that, I'm grateful. You're my number 2. I'll go wherever you go. I can't let you die knowing that. You'll get to spend Beyond's pay. Wow. What a perfect show. What a perfect show. One thing concerns me. You spoke as if the V5 knew where to go and what to get, even though the place was unknown at the time. Does that imply a previous pioneer I wasn't aware of? Yeah, there are idiots in any era. There was one guy who tried to explore the entire Mobius shoreline by himself 300 years ago. Alone? He wrote a book about it. Journey to the New World, East and West editions. But only the East has been found, with no sign of the West. Why? There are 3 possible reasons I can think of. It simply hasn't been found yet, or his goal was too ambitious and he never wrote it. And the third? He's still writing it as we speak. But it was 300 years ago. Longevity rice, herbs that cure disease. Ha ha ha, of course. The book's author is Don Freaks. So I think like this is just mainly important to show that like the Freaks family is family of adventurers and they enjoy adventures. That's cool. You don't have any aura? No. You had it when you were with me. You probably can't see it anymore. It just means you went back to normal. Isn't that enough? Remember what you told me? Let it end. I don't care what happens to me now. You fought with the intent to throw everything away, and you turned back to normal. You'd be ungrateful if you wanted more. Be happy about it. This will be a good opportunity for you to figure out what you can do as you are now. You didn't want to travel with him? With Jing? I really don't know. If I had met him while I could use Nen, I might have gone with him. And why is that? I don't know how to put it. I guess I wasn't. It wasn't that I wanted to see him. I realized after I saw him that my goal had been to find him. It was fun talking to him. I was glad to meet him, and it made me happy. But he's more like an awesome uncle I'd always hear about, not a dad. Yeah, he's not cut out to be a dad, nor does he know how. Yeah, you always told me. Like father, like son, I guess. Maybe I wasn't cut out to be a son. Sorry, that's not what I meant. That's just Jing. Is a jerk and all. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It didn't cross my mind I should stay with him just because he's my dad. But if I had been able to use Nen and had felt how awesome and powerful he is, I would have wanted to go with him. But it was kind of chaotic when we met, and I was no longer able to feel his aura at all. So as a result, I get to be with you. Now that you're back to normal, welcome to reality. There were a lot of things you were exempt from because you were working as a hunter. Look at all this paperwork. Know what they said to me? First, write an 8 to 10,000 word report on what you'd been doing. Write a resume and make 30 copies. Here's the test from the correspondence school for the scholastic achievement and certification we need to send to Social Security Services and the Education Bureau and 4 semesters worth of textbooks. Damn. Oh, we're gone. He's hoed. What? All of this? Such a pain. I'll have you know, kids who go to school deal with 100 times more than this. Yeah, that man Gun's not good. Man's gonna be going through it. It's a lot of work. We talked while you were gone. Since Parison considers you number two, we won't object to you being second to beyond. But some of us refuse your money, while others are willing to accept it. And to avoid chaos until all of us decide at least to accept the money, we agreed not to listen to any of your orders. As you guessed, we were hired by Beyond through Pariston. Simply put, we're temp hunters. Temps, huh? We don't care if you look down on us. The whole lot of us won't stand a chance against an almighty starred hunter. You don't have to lie. You're all experts, aren't you? You became hunters just for this journey. You have the particular skills necessary to face the unknown. You have been planning this for a long time with Beyond as your leader. This is annoying. We do think alike. Is that why I don't like him? You also maintained a power balance in the association to keep Harrison as vice chairman. Harrison handled the business side while Netero remained chairman. Meanwhile, you pretended to be opportunists while sharpening your claws. You need strong willpower people whose skill is the source of their self-confidence. Real cowards would never go to the Dark Continent for want of money, right? So basically, they're skilled hunters. Um, they were always working with Harrison when he was chairman, vice chairman. They were always working with Harrison, and they were always waiting to be able to go to the Dark Continent. They were always preparing for this voyage. So annoying. I might grow to hate somebody for the first time in my life. So the 10 of you here isn't everyone, is it? Can you tell the others I'll pay them up front too. I'm looking forward to this. This isn't an order. I want to see what I want to do to someone I hate. Sure, I'll let everyone know. If everyone will know, I'll take the money. You refuse out of regard for them. Will you tell us your account number? No paying me back. Give it to Beyond. I'm sure he'll be glad to spend it. Ignoring my question. Oh well. Do you have any idea how many of us there are? I told you I just told you there are about 200 of you in the association. Only a few would actually go to the continent. About about 25 max. Any more and the team would be too unwieldy. Is there anyone from the association side? I bet Cheadle or Mizai would put a stop to it. Beyond promised to pay 1.5 billion to those who go, 200 million to the alternates. Twice that. The fortune of a top hunter is amazing. But is there really a point in paying so much to take power from Pariston in name alone? If they are in the plan, everyone should include staying. Everyone should include staying those. If they are in the plan, everyone should include those staying on this side. Though the money would simply disappear in research and development for anything we'd bring back. I'll get it'll get you started at least. I think he's literally primarily doing it to like undermine Parison's credibility as a leader, I guess. I don't know how this would undermine him if he basically just says that like they can just do whatever they want. They don't have to listen to him. Oh wow, this entire hotel, yeah, it's owned by the prince. Welcome, don't be shy. I want to hear from all sorts of people so I don't lose touch. You live here by yourself. This is the fourth prince. Ha ha. I invite people over so I don't get lonely. Care for a drink? Shh. Mark my word, those women, all they cared about was fashion and they never heard of Higgs, IPS, Serre, A Liga Español, Hans, Hegel, Hakuko, Fetcher, Goldbach, Janot, Krokel, or anything. At least ask beforehand if they know the capital of Kaken, the ruling party, or the name of the king. That's the bare minimum for a human being. What the heck? Did he skin them alive or something? He skinned them alive. If I'm skinning pigs and monkeys, it's just dissection. What I seek is art produced by youth with a future. Put in an extreme situation, a synthesis of the arts. Two more females, please. Chop chop. What the hell? Like he was gonna kill them either way, it seems like. Well, like he just views them as like, what does he view them as? He views them as less than human. I mean, he was gonna skin them either way, or whatever he did. I don't know what he did. I don't know how he just, yeah, dissected them. There's blood everywhere. All right, I looked into a little bit of these figures. Um, uh, I have bad memory, but Goldbach is basically like mathematical theorist. Um, Hegel is, or Kant is a philosopher who's like who does like a modern epistemology and metaphysics, which is it's like the branch of philosophy that explains why people or how we know of the knowledge that we know of, and what form do we know it, basically. Um, and then a lot of these other people things are like songwriters, composers, other types of philosophers. So he's a very educated person. At least ask beforehand if they know the capital of Kaken, the ruling party, or the name of the king. That's the bare minimum for a human being. If I'm skinning pigs and monkeys, it's just dissection. What I seek to produce, what I seek is art. See? Produced by youth with a future. Put in an extreme situation. A synthesis of the arts. Two more females, please. Chop chop. Write up a contract and get Beyond to sign it. If he violates even one of the clauses, tell him he'll spend the rest of his life in prison. Yes, I understand. I don't want to imagine the worst case scenario, but if you let him get away and allow a situation to develop in which he makes a discovery on the new continent and he declares the whole world that he owns that discovery, I guarantee your future won't be so bright either. Yes, we are well aware of that. Read this. Heh, exactly like I said, right? Perhaps. But as you can see, you will not be released. Your actions will be considerably restricted. You'll stay in a room under 24-hour watch. Chaperones will accompany you out on outings. Your whereabouts will be monitored via an anklet with a tracking device. Any communication with anyone will be managed and monitored. Do not resist the association during voyage. Anything found through my actions will belong to the B5 and to the B6, and any disclosure of information in any medium is forbidden. I see. Well, all reasonable demands. I don't object. Will you sign it, please? Now you've gained permission. Only three things remain: qualifications, the means, a contract. What will you do with the prince after you get the eyes back? Seems like everything's going the way this guy's plan's going. Like everything seems to be going fine with him. Like he's smiling. He looks like he's in control. Like I mean, it looks like it's pretty much wrapped. I'm not gonna lie. Like this guy's getting away. He's getting away, or they're just gonna let him go. I just want my brethren back. I'll yield to most demands. What if he resists? There were two people who told me they would rather die than hand them over, but they changed their minds without dying. It will be the same with the prince. I sure hope so. I feel like I did a lot of reading. I'm gonna stop right there. That's a lot of reading. In my opinion, to me, that's a lot of reading. Um, all right, very important stuff. Um, so Jing joins. Jing officially joins. It seems like he officially joins the other group. They all seem to be fine with him being part of that adventuring squad to the Dark Continent that Harrison was putting together with his own temp hunters, but he was leading it. But then they obviously let Jing lead it, so that's fine now. Kurapika's on his way to the association because he's going to meet up with Leorio and the Zodiacs, and they're going to meet each other for the first time. Beyond Netero gets his contract, which is why they included that phrase, the means, the qualifications, um, experience, means, qualifications, experience. What was it? I forgot. Qualifications, the means, a contract. Okay, yeah, qualifications, the means, and a contract. So he seems to be going. Seems things seem to be going his way and all that. So I don't know what's happened, but my camera is frozen for a little bit, so I don't know what's happening there. But yeah, the qualifications, the means, and a contract. So things seem to be going beyond Netero's way, and we get a little bit more context into what the Dark Continent offers us and all that. It does have some very, you know, important things to this world. I mean, herbs that can cure any disease. Um, some, you know, electricity producing rocks. You know, it has some pretty important stuff there. And you know, herbs that can, you know, increase your lifespan and all that. So you know, there's a lot of things there, but they always seem to bring back some dangers and all that stuff. So like when they were trying to get the diseases back, or they tried to get the plant back for like curing the disease, they were attacked by the botanical weapon. were in some ruins and they were attacked by Pop or whatever. You know, they're attacked by the snake guy. You know, so it does seem pretty dangerous, but you know, they gotta. Hopefully, nobody that I like dies. Hopefully, nobody that I like dies. Person Jing, Kurapika. I like Cheeto too. I don't want Cheeto to die. Cheeto's pretty cool, in my opinion. Sure, in my respect. In my respect. Um, we see that Gon cannot use Nen anymore, and he's kind of just living out his normal life now, and he's pretty much off of it being Hunter and all that stuff. For now, at least. Unless something from the Dark Continent happens and, you know, he gets his Nen back. That would be lit. Get my boy's Nen back. What else? Anything else? Anything else? I think that's everything. Pretty much everything. I look forward to more episodes. Oh, yeah. Oh, Serenity. I forgot about Serenity. We see the type of person he is. He seems like he's very smart and educated, and he only likes he likes art, but like he only likes the art that contributes to humanity or like shows like that you are human. So like he doesn't think you're human if you're like not very knowledgeable of things, if you're a gossiper, if you just like are lecherous. He doesn't like that, and you know he views you as less than human. Even though this guy literally skins people alive. But you know, that's the fourth prince. But he is very smart though. At least it seems like he's very smart. Or he's at least very curious of like the world. Not everybody's gonna be like looking into like philosophy and uh, unsolvable math equations and all that stuff. They're not gonna be into that, but that's the type of person he is. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll get into more later, but I'm pretty tired right now, and you know, man, my voice hurts. You know, but you know, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at this and all that stuff. So you know, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Have a good one. Peace out.